In this Code.org lesson, we're going to be diving into while loops, getting chunks of code to repeat based on certain conditions. Super important to computer science and programs in general. Let's get going. Let's see what we're doing. Move to the pile of dirt, use the remove block to remove it. Okay, when run, move. Okay, so move forward, and we've seen this before. I guess we can use however many blocks we want, so I don't know, 1, 2, 3 I'll throw down. Oh, nope, of course not. It said 1. Yeah, so we can only use one of these guys, so I'm going to use a repeat, which we're familiar with. Now, if you're not sure, you can always hit run and be wrong. Feel free to test stuff, it's code. And then we need to remove the dirt. Now, what happens in this repeat block? Well, it loops 5 times and we would move forward. How many times do we want to remove dirt? Just 1, right? And it's only at the very end. So we don't need to put the block in this pink mouth thing. This pink mouth thing is what repeats anything inside of it 5 times. So I'll put remove 1 here, and that way the repeat block, this pink mouth thing, will run 5 times. Once it's done, once it's run 5 times, it drops below, and we remove 1 piece of dirt. Oh, it's 4. Move to the hole, fill it with shovels of dirt, use the fill block. Alright, when run, let's see. So now we can shovel dirt into it. Let's go ahead and move forward first. And if you notice, we have fill 1, but there's a 6 there. Let's just test. Oh yeah, and it stayed a 6, so it's not random. Now, let's see if it yells at us. We could do this, but hopefully you're yelling at me, because don't repeat yourself with code. This is going to technically work, apparently, right? I could plop down 6. 2, 3, 4, but instead of repeating yourself, boom, we can make the computer do it for us. Boom, boom, and quapow. Sound effects. Awesome. Move to the pile of dirt and tell me how many shovels to remove it. Alright, so we got 1 block on the screen and we can use up to 4 of them. Alright, so first we need to move there. Plop, right? Now what are we going to need after that? Well, I should be, yep, I'll get to the pile now. I need to remove. This is a number 10, so I'm going to have to do that 10 times. Obviously, if we can only use 4 blocks, this will work. We're going to take care of a good chunk of it, and we could put all the way to 10, but I'm way over on blocks already. So, hopefully you're yelling at me, because repeat block, we don't have to do this with code. We can make the computer do it. 10 removes, boop, boop. So now, since move forward's outside of it, I'll move forward once, it then hits the repeat, this pink mouth-like thing, and I say repeat 10 times. The computer says, okay, okay, I remove 1. It hits the bottom, zoop, back to the top for 9 more times, and I remove 10 times total. Once it's done, it falls below, but there's no code here, so we're good. Victory! Onward. Video. Ooh, multiple choice. Keep in mind, once you make a selection and hit run, you can't change it, and it gets submitted to your teacher. So let's think about this carefully. Alright, when run, move forward. Alright, so when I click run, what do? I move forward. While, or you can think this as long as there's a pile of dirt, a pile, yep, do remove 1. And it's wrapped around it. This pink block's wrapped all the way around. So we know from our repeat loops, right, our repeat blocks, that if we have a number here, that's how many times the code inside of this pink mouth-like things, box-like thing runs. Everything in it, if I have a 3 here, runs 3 times. Once it's done, it goes beneath if there's code there. So now this, it looks like we're asking the computer a question, right? While there is a pile, or while there's a pile of dirt, do remove 1. So, okay, I move forward 1, plop. I ask the computer, hey, is there a pile of dirt there? And the computer could either say true or false, right? Yes or no, 0 for false, 1 for true. And first it'd be true. If this is true, then we must do remove 1. Now, if this was false, there would be no error, right? If there was no dirt, there would be no error because it wouldn't try to remove nothing. It wouldn't do the do. Once this is false, once this is not true, it just drops below. So we remove 1, that's at 7, hit the bottom, zoop. Now it says, okay, is there dirt? Yeah, we would have 7 still. So it goes, oh yeah, there's dirt. Okay, then do remove 1. So what do? Well, This goes to 6, hit the bottom, back to the top. Hey, is there still dirt? Yep, right, because we had 6, do remove 1, and it would keep going till this is all gone. All right, so what do we got? Nothing will happen? Nope. We're definitely going forward and stuff. Let's see. The farmer will remove dirt as long as there is a pile, then stop when it's gone. I am thinking that one. Let's give it a shot. Make sure if you didn't follow this, go back and restart listing this part. It's really important to understand these concepts. Onward. Hope the farmer removed this entire pile using a while loop. So a while loop, a while true loop. All right, workspace 1. So if we're supposed to use a loop, well, first I can tell there's just one step, right? That's not repeating, that's not magic. Now, how much is going to be in this pile? Okay, so it looks like we're not going to be entirely sure. So if I just throw this repeat 5 and say remove, that could cause a problem because this is always 5. Well, this time it's 10. So are we going to get to the bottom? Nope. And this time it must be 1. So that's, oh, nope, it's 10. Still going to be an issue. So how can we make sure that we always do the exact amount? Now, if I type in something like 10, that would try, but this could change. And they want us to use a while loop. So, while, as long as there's a pile of dirt, what do we want to do? Remove. This is going to work like the repeat, except each time I'm asking the question, hey computer, is there dirt right here? The computer responds true or false, yes or no. If there is dirt there, then I do remove the dirt. If there's not, it just drops beneath. And this keeps repeating everything in this pink box until there's no more dirt. If there's a line below, it would run that next. Awesome. Onward. Oh, this looks complicated. So we have a random amount of dirt, I guess? Let's throw some code down and see what happens. So I'm going to move forward. I know that much. 3, 5, 3, 5, 3. Oh, that's 1 now. So the dirt changes how much. Okay. Now, how could we do this? There's a bit of a hint. We can use 5 blocks. We can use 1 repeat. Let me just start throwing down stuff to see what works first. So, since we don't know how much dirt is here, I know I need to move forward, but why don't we ask the computer a question? While, as long as there's a pile of dirt, what do I want to do? Well, remove it. And what happens is with this pink mouth, this box, as long as this is true, if I'm standing on a pile of dirt, what do? I remove it. And it will keep happening. You can watch it run. So first I move forward, I'm going to hit step, and there is a pile of dirt, right? There's 2, so I will remove 1. Now it hits the bottom, and we're asked the question again, is there a pile of dirt here? Yeah, there's 1. So what do? You're going to see this light up again, because it removes it. Now if there was code beneath this, that would run next. So that's 1 pile. Let's move forward 1, and what are we going to do? Well, pile of 5, so let me try maybe this one. Or we could try that, but we're limited on those. So look how it's running. As long as this is true, as long as I'm standing on a pile, I go through and empty it. And I take 1 step in between. Now, as I always say, we don't need to repeat ourselves with code. Let's be lazy. So let's look for a pattern. I hope you see one. Quaplop, quaplop. What would I do next? I would do the same thing. We still have to go somewhere. Well, how many spots are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we need to repeat this 5 times. We can put loops or repeat blocks inside of loops. So I need to move forward 5 times and get a pile. So do this 5 times. First move forward, step, click, I'll move forward. Then what? Is there a pile? I'm going to remove, the pile's done. So it now drops out. I hit the bottom of this. I got to repeat this 4 times that I should move forward. Then pile. Repeat blocks are really powerful, especially when you're nesting them with wall loops. Onward. Well, first thing I see here is stairs. So that's a pattern, right? Look at all those holes. Each needs a different amount of dirt. Oh, they're tricky. I didn't notice that part. You can use a while loop or a while loop to fill them up. All right, I'm going to do what I always do. You should test stuff out. Throw down code, see what works, see what doesn't. I'll talk about mine in a sec. Let me get stuff. Now, I started with this, just the movements, and you'll notice that I can already see some patterns here, right? Because stairs are going to be the same movement each time. But okay, I know that, but now I have to work on getting these piles filled, or these holes filled. To do that, it looks like, so it's a different amount each time. So what have we been using? Well, it wants us to use a while loop, right? As long as there is something to fill, what should we do? Not remove, fill. So hey, as long as there's an area to put dirt in, move forward and do that. Then what? Turn right, move forward, and I'm on another hole. Well, what could I do there? As long as there's a hole there, remember this checks each time. While, as long as I'm asking the computer, hey, are you standing on a hole? If so, fill the dirt. Hits the bottom, loops back. Is there a hole there still? Yep. Okay, fill the dirt. Keeps going. Once it's done, once the hole's totally filled, and the computer says, nope, you're not standing on one, this is now false, and we drop and run the next line. So, what would come after this? Turn left, move forward. So this is working, but you can already see it's going to be way too many lines of code. Well, look at this. Am I going to be repeating myself? Move forward, while there's a hole, fill, turn right. Move forward, while there's a hole, turn left. So that's a distinction right there, this turn left. So we can't break it there, but wait a minute. Move forward, while there's a hole, fill, turn right. Move forward, and what will we do here? Well, once again, we would need to fill. So it looks like we will be repeating these chunks. So, they gave us one repeat block, kind of a hint maybe. Let's give it a shot. Everything in this repeat block will now happen 5 times. We'll move forward. Then as long as there's a hole, we'll fill it. Turn right, move forward. As long as there's a hole, fill it. Turn left, hit the bottom 4 more times over. Now let's be careful though. Are there 5 steps? 1, 2, 3, right? How many times do we turn right and left? Looks like 3. Let's give that a shot. Victory, onward. Ooh, you'll need to use the wall path ahead block to solve this. Sounds good? Okay, so I can already see a pattern, right? Straight, 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 straight. So we're walking, we're filling a hole, we're walking, we're filling a hole. All right, I'm going to start throwing down blocks to see what the solution could look like. It said wall path ahead. So as long as there's path ahead, okay, if I have to use that, let me plop that there. Now I could start using move forward, which we should only use one of, but I'm going to assume doing this means I will keep walking as long as there's path ahead of me. Let's test. Oh yeah, see this little radar going out? I'm checking. And what happens there is a while loop, it's a condition. We're saying, hey, is there a path ahead? Because as long as there's a path ahead, the computer can respond true or false. So if I shoot at the little beam and there's path here, this is true and we do move forward. If not, the computer says, nah, you're at a wall. This is false, and if I had a line down here, like fill, it would run that. So this repeat block, this pink mouth thing, everything inside of it must keep happening until there's no longer path ahead, until that's false. Once that happens, once this is false, it runs the code below. So we'll get there, we know that much. What do we want to do when we get there? Looks like we want to fill, and it looks like just 1. Okay, but then what will we do? A left turn, I think. And then what? Well, I need to walk all the way up here, and we don't have that many blocks. Okay, so maybe as long as there's path ahead. Oh, but we only have 0. We don't have a move forward left. That's probably a hint. Let's keep going. Then what am I going to want to do? Fill that hole, right? And then I'm here, turn left. And then I need to walk all the way over here. Let's see. So that's working well. We just have too many blocks. Let's look for a pattern. Wall, fill, turn. Wall, fill, turn. I did wall, then what am I going to want to do? Oh, look, fill and turn, right? Fill, turn, then what am I going to do? I bet I want to walk here. So while there's path, walk, then fill it, and maybe we could turn at the end, it wouldn't matter. So 4 sides, 4 for my repeat, drop all that inside. All of this will happen 4 times. Onward. Ooh, challenge. We're so ready. All right, so we got to fill these in as few blocks as possible. Thankfully, it looks like a lot like what we just did. So let me throw down some stuff and see what and test out. Notice this is a different amount each time. That's a big hint that I'll probably need to ask if there's a hole there. As long as there is, I'm going to fill that up. We can always use step too. I do all the time to test. So I moved 1, now what? I'm going to check, hey, is there a hole there? If this is true, I'll fill. Yep, filled 1. Okay, now what? I hit the bottom, there's no more holes, so this is false, I'll turn right. Now what? Is there a path ahead? Yep, and so I'll take a step forward. Now I hit the bottom of this, and I'm going to ask again, you'll see my radar. Yep, there's a step ahead, so I'll move forward. Now, while there's a hole, so I'll fill 1. Oh, while there's no path ahead, you saw the radar, so this is false. I don't do move forward. There's a hole, so I fill that. Now, what would I want to do? Well, turn left, and this is similar to what we just did. Turn left, while there's path ahead, move forward, and it's kind of like a square, right? So you're going to see a pattern. As long as there's a path ahead, I'll move. If I get to the edge here, right, there's no path ahead. Oh wait, what about this hole? There's no path if I'm here. What about this hole? There's no path. What if I'm here? So every time there's a hole, there's no path directly in front of me, so I can fill it and then turn. Turn left. What about this though? Turn right, turn right, turn right. Oh! So we got this. Let's see. That only gets us to here. We have 1, 2, 3 more sides. Let's first look for a pattern. We have too many blocks. Move forward, right, path. What if we started with a path ahead? Does it matter? It's just one step, but would it matter if I start with a loop here? No, I can still check for 1, so as long as there's path, move forward. The reason I might want to do that is because now I have a pattern right from the beginning. Instead of just having that first awkward 1 move forward block, we can reuse the same code throughout. And 1 side, 2 side, 3 side, 4 side, 5 side, 6 side, I'll assume 6. Everything in this will repeat 6 times. Path, forward, filling hole, let's go. So you just want to remember that a while loop, or a while path ahead while there's a hole, it's a conditional. We're asking the computer a question. Hey, is there a path ahead of me? You can see me check. If there is, I move forward. If there's not, if this is false, I drop below and run the next line. Then I ask if there's a hole beneath me. If there is, I do fill it. Otherwise, and I keep repeating this until the computer says, nope, no hole. Then I turn right, and then zoop, I repeat for all 6 sides. Onward. Ooh, similar to our last one. First, let me throw down code to see if I can get it. Now this should work, but we have way too many blocks. So, how can I shorten this? Well, I'm repeating myself for 1. Why say move forward twice? Let's just say, hey, you, as long as there's a path, keep going forward. Then I can remove and turn left. Now, as long as there's a path, then I can remove and turn left. Well, wait a minute, I'm creating another pattern. And then what would I do? I would do the same thing here. I could turn left at the end. So we can use our repeat. 3 sides. And goodbye. Goodbye. Hello. 3 times over. Let's go. Onward. Alright, so we have a stair-like structure again, which probably means we'll be using repeat blocks. I'm going to start like I often do. It's good to test stuff out. Feel free to break stuff. I'm going to throw down some code and then I'll talk about it. You should do the same. Take some guesses. Let me go ahead and test. It's good to keep testing so you don't get too far ahead. It's harder to find errors when you have a billion lines of code. I can watch it run using step. Okay, so that's looking good. Not sure how much dirt is here, so why don't we, as long as there's a pile, remove it. As long as that's true, as long as I'm standing on a pile, remove will run over and over and over until this is false. I'll ask the computer, hey, if I had a pile, and it will say, nope, false. We'll run the line beneath, which will be left. And then more dirt. Let's see. I'm way over on blocks. Yeah, so now let's talk blocks here. Where am I repeating? Well, this first one I only use remove once because there's just one there. But would it matter, just to get our code looking similar, if I put a while there's a pile there? Because if I look down here, move forward, while there's a pile, remove it, turn left, move forward, turn right. Then what do I do? Down here I move forward, turn, while there's a pile, remove it. And if I did this, turn left and move forward, would it matter? No, I just go up here. So these two could repeat each other. And this is almost there. Instead of just removing one, why don't we just say, as long as there's dirt there, because it will work, remove it. And now we could have 3 of the same. Victory! Multiple choice. Keep in mind, if you answer this and click run, you can't change it. It gets submitted to your teacher. Let's think about this. Take a good look. All right, win, run, repeat 3 times. All right, so right away I know I'm doing all of this code 3 times over. So what do I do? First, round 1, while path ahead, move forward. Okay, so as long as there's a path ahead, everything in this pink mouth block thing is going to keep happening. So I'll check, yep, path ahead, I'll move. Then what? Hit the bottom of this, is there still path ahead? Yep, I'll check. Yes, there is, so I do move forward again. Plop. Hit the bottom, is there path ahead? Yes, there is, so I'd move forward. Hit this again, yep, move forward. Go back around. Now, if I'm standing here and facing this tree, is there a path ahead of me? Nah, that'd be false. And so this is false, and we're done with it for now. So we then skip move forward. We're not going to move forward because this was false. And we, while there is a hole. Am I on a hole? Yep, I'm asking the computer a question. So I am, so what do? I'd fill it, right? Once. Hit the bottom, zoop. Hey, is there still a hole? Well, yeah, there was 3, so I've only filled 1, so there's 2 more. So what I do? Fill. Then what I do? Fill. Finally, the 4th time, is there a hole? Nah, it's gone. So what will we do? We drop below, turn right, zoop, facing this way. Hit the bottom, zoop, 2 more times. What am I going to do? Walk all the way over here. Then, is there a hole? No, there's no hole, so I don't fill this, right? I would just ignore it. That's not a hole, it's a mound of dirt. Turn right, and then I'd fill that. Okay, so we'd leave this. It will leave the pile untouched, I think. So make sure you think about this carefully. Let's give it a shot. Now, if that didn't make sense to you, go back and rewatch some of the other parts of this lesson. Redo them. You really want to get this. Onward. Ooh, I'll try a challenge. Fill all the holes and remove all the piles. Oh, we still got this. 1 out of 10. All right. So I know I'm going to use loops, and they give us hints here. I need to walk all the way over there first. As long as there's path ahead, sure. What am I going to do? I'll move forward. All right, that will get me to here. Now, how much do I need to remove here? I don't know. But again, we have these questions we can ask. Hey, is there a hole? That's not helpful, but wait a minute. If there's a pile, so while there's a pile, what am I going to do? Remove it. So as long as there's a pile. So once this completes, while there's path ahead, I'll keep walking forward. Once this is false, I'd be here. Oh, that's a trap. And so let's test this. This is going to be an issue. Boom. There's a path ahead, so I keep going to here. So how can we solve this? Well, with the blocks they give us, once I get here, what if I turn around? That will take 2 turns. Then what? I'd have to step back and then turn right. And I'm just testing stuff out. And then I'll say if there's a pile, remove the pile. All right, but is this going to work multiple times? I don't know. I'm going to throw all this in a repeat. That should have been left. Let's try again. So this isn't the right direction, right? We're doing the right thing, but we're going to run out of blocks because I should also check, after I check if we're on a pile, what if there is a hole to fill? So that means I'd need to do, okay, and now if we're on a hole, what should we do? We should fill it. I'm over on blocks. Let's pay attention though. Move back. So instead of flipping all the way around and moving forward, if there's no longer path ahead, each time I go 1 past it, right? So let me move back 1. And I could go ahead and turn, I guess, because each time I'm going to turn right. Boom. And then, what if now I check if there's a pile? If there's a pile, remove. If there's a hole, fill it, hit the bottom, and back to the top. Let me throw how many sides? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 in there. 10 blocks. Let's see. Tricky. Important stuff. Onward.